It's Monday night in the National Football League. We'll see Seattle battling Washington as the Seahawks look to defeat the football team for the second straight season. We'll close out Week 12 next on EA Sports.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys!
And for the first time, we get a look at the veteran Russell Wilson as he gets set to lead yet again the Seattle Seahawks offense.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Wilson to Metcalf that time. First down, Seattle.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, James has got it, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense ready to take over, and you see Taylor Heineke at the helm in his second season with the football team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Heineke to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
One of the best of the last decade or so, Bobby Wagner in to bring him down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Throwing, Heineke. To the right side and complete to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. Where they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 15 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at him with the same play, the same set.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Travis Fulgham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 59 yards, and a touchdown. Wilson's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Escaping the pressure right. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Wilson to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On second down, it's Carson.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. They run it with Carson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
57 for Mike. Watch 57. I'm going to run you over.
On first down, it's Patterson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
57 for Mike.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
They'll run with Gibson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
On 2nd and 9,
Heineke.
throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's Richie James on the return.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense.
And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From the gun, it's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Gun. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on first down. Carson broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Myers' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly.
Pressure gets there on Heineke, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Wilson. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
William Jackson with a pick.
20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here's James. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw on target to James.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Wilson.
And looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And Myers able to knock it through. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Goddard.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. So here's Washington now to take over.
They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Sidney Jones.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's James. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Short throw to Disley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jonathan Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly.
And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
Now Heineke.
He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. They'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, a run with Gibson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now it's Lockett. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now Wilson on first down. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Shoves him aside. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. There's Wilson to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards remain on second down. From the gun, Wilson. James has got it, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On first down, it's Carson. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go back to Carson here on second.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
57 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Wilson will hand to Carson on the option.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Wilson going to throw for it. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And the play fake, and now Heineke.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson.
And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Again, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
That's complete to Eskridge.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing now is Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Short throw to Disley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Wilson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's James. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Wilson to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. The quick slant caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Gets this to Gibson, and he'll wind up getting about 8, but the clock will run. Also, don't forget, it's now third down.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Back to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Stiff-armed him.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
A great come-from-behind victory.